Good evening, Ravens. Welcome to the Crucible testing environment. This evening we will be watching casual matches played out by those who have responded to the Crucible call sign. I'm your host, Kafka, and in just a moment here we will get started with our match. First up, we're going to have Meta Mischief versus TK. Players, you may ready at will. Oops. Just waiting on TK now. Throughout the night, we will have players joining us to commentate the matches. Players and comment on how their own matches have gone. Discuss the skill of other combatants. We have a few combatants who have registered but not shown up yet. Of course, this is a non-committal fighting environment. So Ravens are free to come and go as they please. Raven Kelso.
Raven.
It's good to have you here.
Hello. How are we? How we doing? I don't know shit about being a Raven. All I know is I'm seeing some crazy ass boost dashing.
Meta likes to utilize the late game coral booster. They have approximately 8 or 9 bursts depending on if they're full or not.
Yeah, that's really good energy economy actually.
Meta choosing to go with the dual Zimmerman build, but unfortunately gets staggered here by TK. Pulse shield's going off. TK loses there first. And TK's in a bad spot here. Can they pull it off with Saint of Kindness? The Zimmermans are doing a lot of work.
Dude, the Zimmermans are building so much stagger, but oh my god, dude!
That was a simultaneous KO, and
Yeah,
Team
so
Alpha
sick.
ended up taking the win, most likely
so
by a
sick.
frame. What an excellent way to start tonight's matches.
Dude, you're so right. The energy economy is fucking insane.
For newcomer Ravens who aren't familiar with some of them, which parts of their armored core are the most important, energy economy through the generator and FCS efficiency and booster efficiency is some of the most important metrics that a pilot can use and manage when building a craft.
Dude, all I know is I really appreciate that Meta is true to the AC's name, is running the Fortnite double pump build. It's a mischievous little build.
Yeah, certainly true to their name.
I mean, do we really expect anything else from this Raven?
No.
I don't. No. I think generally TK is showing more favorable control of their AC. I feel like meta's relying on quick boosts just a little bit too much, and oh my fucking god, that's so sad.
And they get ring outed.
Yeah.
Meta thinking they could escape the simulation boundary. Unfortunately, the simulation boundary kills all.
Kills all. You hate to see it. Oh.
That was TK taking the first game.
That was TK taking the first game.
We will play
smacking on.
We will play best of 3 sets tonight.
Hell yeah. I'm very interested to see because don't we have a lot of newer Ravens in the roster. So I'm very excited to see like how they manage to stack up against some of our veteran Ravens, veteran armored core pilots.
I'm also curious to see the I'm also curious to see what is good about being new to pilot in Armored Core is that you have a creativity that is perhaps not that it's not available, but veteran pilots may confine themselves to strategies that are limiting in many ways, whereas newer pilots have the freedom of thought that experience does not restricts. If you understand what I mean.
I mean, yeah, quite literally, sky is the limit. Like, as a newer pilot myself, I was looking through my hangar and I was like, wow, I don't know anything about anything. I'm just gonna do something that feels right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Meta mischief. Pulling out the double Songbird, double Gatling build on Spring Chicken.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah. They love this one. Wow. Yeah, it's like impossible though.
Yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, just the disparity in like movement ability comparatively to their last frame is honestly kind of really funny.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that since TK is a more lightweight frame enjoyer, that they'll be able to kind of dodge and juke all the way around meta. But I mean,
Saint of Kindness really not doing well against this assault from the Gatling guns.
I wonder if that was intentional from meta understanding. Like, I don't have the control factor, so I'm just gonna go for just raw fire suppression.
Yeah, and what is difficult about fighting this build is that meta does their best to stay directly above you, which effectively locks out your FCS from properly targeting you and essentially negating all blade weapons, including Moonlight, even though that is a semi-ranged weapon. So what TK is really going to have to do here is either keep to the sky, meet meta at their own game, or come up with an alternative plan and be more evasive.
I mean, we just see meta just not caring. Totally down to clown, down to tank, doesn't matter, but we do see attitude lockout.
Yeah. And meta is going to very handedly take game 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so oppressive, and I feel like TK is too willing to play the ground game with Saint of Mercy.
Yeah.
Or Saint of Kindness, excuse me. I can't read.
Well, it's tough. I think the leg, the freedom offered to you by the Spring Chicken legs and the amount of boost efficiency that meta has makes it very difficult to fight if you're not playing a similar playstyle. And if you don't build for that, it's very difficult to actually like contest that. So unless you're running, say, a quadruped with a good boost efficiency that can hover as well as probably better than meta's Spring Chicken build, it's just not going to work.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just not gonna happen at all. And I wonder if we're gonna see frame adjustment from from TK.
Most likely. Most likely. For reference, in this format, loser has the opportunity to change their frame out, whereas the opponent does not. Opponent does have stage pick. Nope. We're gonna keep it there.
Gonna keep it on grid 12. Welcome back.
I don't know what I just did.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, I think you died?
I actually have no clue what just happened. I ended up in a suppressed channel somewhere.
That's really funny. Oh, there's actually a commentary channel in here. I didn't actually fucking know that. It's just invisible.
I don't know if it's hidden or not. Might be.
I couldn't see it.
Probably hidden.
Yeah, it's probably it. That's sick.
Meta taking a similar approach as before, choosing to hide in the rafters.
I mean, it's just so effective. Especially when you consider those songbirds. I mean, just such good splash damage. TK trying to play a little bit more aerial, but really needs to get the height advantage.
Using the central pillar to be much more evasive. Managed to get an ACS lockout, but unfortunately, because of the distance between them and not able to capitalize, and the Gatlings are going to be just continue to do an incredible amount of work here.
Yeah, just continuous hammering.
Yeah, just to over and over and over again.
TK finally having the height advantage, but I mean, Meta just looks not even worried at all. But oh, dude, we have an
here
ACS
it comes.
lockout.
Oh, but they get the pulse. Oh, but this is a huge opportunity. Oh no, but the pulse armor is down. Oh, wow, that was so close.
That was so fucking close. Literally a nail biter. Oh, we see TK actually taking immediately to the skies this time. No longer content to play around. Understands, saw the vision, is making adjustments accordingly. But I mean, Meta is just gaining altitude so consistently and just staying up there. Really, really good use of energy and like feathering those boosters accordingly. God, it's just so oppressive.
Yeah, it's
so
really hard to deal with.
If I have to fight this, catch me DQing myself. I ain't even gonna hold you. Got it.
Oh yeah. Sideboarding mechs is an important strategy. Let's see what they can do. Oh, the kick coming in.
The kick is crazy.
Oh,
better go for a little bit of style.
The second sword hit miss. Oh, but TK takes it.
Dude, sick. Ah!
And TK wins. Oh, wait, this is round 3. Sorry, I thought that was the third game.
It's okay. I also don't know how to count. Match point.
The hail of bullets coming down here onto TK. Managing to find the ACS lockout.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, but that double sword.
Yeah,
oh no, this is not good.
No, it's not.
Narrowly
good at all.
avoids the songbirds. Double pulse shield out now.
The thing that's so interesting about this matchup in particular is like TK is trying to like use like crazy maneuvering, trying to use like their like precision control, and Meta is just like, yeah, I'm just.
The Songbirds hit. This is gonna do it. Oh no! Yes.
Doing it. No, dude. Meta's Meta taking the match. But anyway, as I was saying, like TK is trying to use all this like fancy maneuvering and trying to, you know, like catch the flanks and dodge the Songbirds, and Meta's just like, yeah, I'll hold boost and like hold, you know, hold R2 and L2. Why not?
Wow. In the current format, the winner will be staying for the evening.
The winner stays. Interesting. I actually didn't know that.
This may not be the case for future testing and simulations.
I was gonna say, I lost count. Is that Meta moving on?
Moving on. Yeah, Meta won. Yes,
Yeah,
so Meta
yeah.
will be staying.
Sorry. Fucking bracket brain.
That's okay.
Bracket brain.
We are
Next.
B in Penrose is ready.
Nice. I'm interested to see
Loser
how...
gets stage pick.
Nice. V and Penrose, notedly like, kind of an ace. They've been around they've been around Armored Cores for a long time. They're kind of a fan of the series. I'm very curious to see if they're gonna pull out like any advanced maneuvers that are kind of inaccessible to the common folk. Oh shit. Accidentally disconnected my controller, no big deal.
We will see. Notably, the last map was rather small, limiting the ability of sword users to do, you know, tricky boosting with the sword boost tech. But we'll see. V has picked the wall. And this is a great map for melee on because of the large flat space in the center of the map, but it's also good for skirmishes and firefights due to the ample amount of cover available both players. So we will see.
Yeah, we'll see. I wonder if it was almost a concerted choice because, you know, the kind of almost suppressive fire tactic we've seen from Meta. I wonder if V was like cognizant of that.
Possibly.
And wanted to have ample cover to dip and weave in and out of.
Definitely possible.
So I'm not sure, bro. I'm just talking out of my ass. A bit of a loading screen moment.
That is a very big loading screen moment.
Loading screen moment. HDD gaming, perchance.
Could be a connection thing. I know that I know that there's an opposite sides of the country thing happening here, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Meta opting to stay with their tried and true
Suppressive
fire mech.
The classic. Interesting. That's a really cool livery.
Yeah. V takes a lot of pride in their livery and their emblem, and with good reason. They do a good job.
Yeah, they do a really good job. Looks to be all custom assets too, not a grabbed.
Both players looking for each other.
Yeah.
V opting to choose pistols.
Pistols are like notably pretty strong and like really great for conserving on weight.
Ooh. That's bad. That's bad for a
Yeah,
start.
ACS lockout. That's not great.
He has to get behind cover. And just to dodge the songbirds.
Jeez, I mean, it's so difficult to contest.
Yeah, very tough. But V is a noted assault armor user and manages to hit meta there. But yeah, the damage is just not there, unfortunately.
God, the chicken legs. We love reverse joints.
It's kind of incredible how good they are.
It's honestly astonishing.
Meta loves this strategy.
Yeah, just wait and see. Hide out. Why not?
He manages to get early hits off. Finds more. Meta down to half hit points while Vivian is at full. Bad situation for Meta here. About to hit AC lockout. Oh, and V's gonna find it.
Oh.
Gets the pulse armor out. Now you have to outlast the pulse armor. Just don't. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That was
AC
strange.
lockout on V.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Meta wasn't able to burst down fast enough with the lockout.
I'm still just impressed with like the simplicity of Meta's build.
Of Meta's build?
Not crazy.
Yeah.
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 None crazy, no frills.
It's a go loud build for sure, though.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really hard to deal with. I mean, the vertical advantage is enormous, and when there's just bullets coming down the whole time, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah. The only like saving grace is the reload window, but I mean, you have so much ammo to chew through before that I mean, is that really even a saving grace?
Here it comes.
Huge AC lockout though.
Yeah. V manages to avoid getting locked out while hitting Meta for the ACS stagger. Oh, but this is a bad situation. This is a bad. Well done. Ooh. The assault burst gonna do it.
The assault burst just finding its mark.
He manages
kind
to
of
take
playing
it
a little bit more confidently.
Yeah. Really great showing.
Yeah, fantastic showing from both players. I wonder if we're gonna see a map switch up. Curious.
That has opted to keep the map. This is a fairly balanced map, good for a variety of unit types. I think strong across the board, very fair.
Yeah, very much jack of all trades. You know, it's got a little bit of everything. It's got big open grounds, great verticality, the cover as we discussed. It's a little bit of a preparation phase for Meta.
Seems Meta, Meta, I'm sorry, is very much considering what adjustments to make. Or maybe they don't have a loadout saved, and they have to just make it on the fly.
I'm gonna be honest, that's probably it. That's very on brand for them.
They have a few things saved. Give them some credit.
Okay, Meta's my goat, but like, come on now. Come on. Like,
are a little bit of a goofball, but that's what makes them. That's what makes them very compelling.
I love them. I love how goofy they are. Kind of a shithead. Oh, they preparing.
Oh yeah.
Really considering their options in that hangar. Maybe calling their family.
Damn. Be shedding out French fries. Indeed, they are hitting, I'm sure. French fries sound good.
French fries do sound good as hell.
I will say my food is hitting quite well as well.
What are you eating?
Just some curry.
Just some curry. I'm not gonna say what I ate because I've said it like 6 times.
I'm not gonna ask you, just in case you were debating a question.
I wasn't actually baiting a question. I just didn't want to be annoying.
Anyway, Ravens, don't forget
Leave
to
me alone.
stay. Don't forget to stay, nourished and hydrated.
Yeah, potentially even with 2 pounds of crab legs.
Out here on the battlefield, things can get tough. So,
Yeah.
It's important that you have a clear head and full stomach.
Yeah, it's very important. Nourishment is fundamental.
Both players are ready now. Match will
Nice.
be beginning.
Apologies.
You're excused.
Thank you, Raven Kafka.
Let's see what adjustments Meta has made to their loadout to accommodate the onslaught from V.
I'm almost entirely certain it's going to be something silly, and I can't wait.
Perhaps a better way of phrasing it is
used this
creative.
word, by the way. Huh.
Still a reverse-like build, opting for Moonlight. And I think that's a plasma pistol? I'm not sure what that is.
It is a plasma pistol.
Not the laser pistol. And Stinger rockets. Or not the Stinger rockets. I think these are the drone rockets. It's one of the drone rockets.
Something like that. Oh, we're back to the coral boosters.
Yeah, opting for the extended capacity on the coral boosters. Oh, I see. Yeah, they are the Stingers.
Ooh. A little bit juicy, little bit of damage coming out.
It's Redshift. Okay. So it's the improved version of Moonlight. And V's build is simply obliterating Meta's.
Yeah, it's just chewing through
Meta
it.
is just not able to keep up with the damage that V is putting out. Meta immediately jumping off the round start.
I mean, I feel like they even when they're not playing the Hailfire build. I mean, they still very much a height oriented player.
Yeah.
They want to try to get above you.
They enjoy playing directly above. Yeah. I think that's kind of their bread and butter.
And it's a damn good spot to be in.
V is really shocking.
Yeah.
Meta quite a bit.
Just chewing through them.
Yeah. Well, what's important about the electricity pistols is that they have like a bleed effect attached to them. So as it stacks up, when the meter maxes out, you take a bunch of damage at once. Mm-hmm. So it seems like that's really working for V, and excellent job taking the winner position now. Meta will be swapping off unseated, unthroned after one win.
Unseated, unthroned, damn.
And next is in fact
It'd be
you, Raven
It would
Kelso.
be me. It would be me, Raven Kelso on the sticks. See if we're gonna get another commentator out here. I mean, I could commentate my own match. It would be a bit silly.
That's too much. So
That's too much.
I will let you swap. Go back to the general room, the lobby room, and chat with your other competitors, and we're gonna pull TK in here for some commentary.
Hell yeah.
Good luck, Raven.
Sick. Good luck. Thank you.
Good evening, TK.
Good evening, friend computer.
Friend computer.
Oh boy. I am not looking forward to having to be anywhere near these new Penrose. That is terrifying.
That was a scary build. It's definitely a scary build.
Very much, very much.
Yeah, they might be changing my mind on the electricity guns, on the electricity pistols. Might change my mind on that.
It's something I think because a lot of the weapons that were first introduced with the electricity status effects in this armored core don't really build it up nearly as fast as this double pistol setup.
Yeah,
but it looks like you're getting like a full build up at least when you empty those magazines. And it just winds up being so much stagger, much damage.
If there's enough clean hits, I mean, we saw Meta take like 3,000, 4,000 points to their AP at once those past few games.
Yep.
So with the combination of the lockout too, it's just salt in the wound.
It's a terrifying thing to face, and especially as calm of a pilot as V is, being able to manage their own camera, not having to rely on a hard lock, getting that extra FPS efficacy, really makes for such a difficult thing to engage with.
Yeah,
ooh, going
impressive.
back, they're on Jetsus, those assault rifles. Wanted to keep the mid range.
Kelso opting for a close range build with the double Zimmerman setup and the pile
Zimmerman's
bunker.
a pile bunker, and I believe a split missile launcher. I can't quite.
I kind of characterize V as a constant mid-range player. They seem to be very comfortable in the mid-range and opt to play builds that are less footsies, less melee oriented, not rely on things like the Zimmerman, which ultimately require you to be very, very close to your opponent to maximize their efficiency.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
And rewards that aggression well, but V just such a stable player, and it shows really just grinding away.
Yep.
Ari could not even get in to leverage all of that burst damage.
Yeah, Kelso really took too much damage there off the bat and ended up getting locked out by the assault boost, or the assault burst, sorry. Assault armor.
Players taking the midfield. They're getting a lot more proximity, but not seeming to find the shots just yet. Yield a good jump over. Really seems to make it hard for Arya to pin down.
Some very clean hits here coming for Arya. For Kelso.
But still, just this slow and steady is very reliable, or very consistent.
Yeah. Oh, good lockout.
Ooh, good clean
But
hit.
doesn't capitalize.
No big follow-up. That pile bunker in the slot could have been major damage, but not quite. Goes for it, whiffs. Eats some bullets for the trouble.
It's a decent enough choice. Uh-oh.
One thing I'm really loving that from V is the plasma missiles. Really hard to dodge such a wide radius. You really have to dedicate a lot of boost to getting away from those.
Yeah, you have to boost either forward or backward, probably usually twice, to ensure that you're out of the radius of effect once they actually do collide with the ground or your AC.
Indeed.
Opting for just to keep it.
Just running it back. Said I didn't hear a bell.
Okay.
Going right back in.
Going right back in. Befriends Birds, thanks for the follow. Bard of Time, thank you for the follow. Cotter, not sure if you're here, but thank you for the follow. Appreciate all you Ravens coming out and watching your fellow pilots test their builds and their skills. It's important to stay on top of your game. It's important to be as sharp as possible and understand your kit and ultimately your frame as best you can, because it is an extension of you.
Indeed.
What is a man without a weapon? And what is a weapon without an edge?
Without a med?
No.
No. Okay. That one.
Good try. Wasn't what I was going for. Let's see if Kelso's going to adjust their strategy.
Big opening pile of
Maybe they
missiles.
feel more comfortable.
Ooh, seems to be landing the shots a little more reliably now.
There you go.
Ooh, gets the lockout pile bunker.
Immediately, yes. There you go. Big
chunk
damage
to
from
the
Kelso.
back.
Big combo. Oh, but they get locked out.
Indeed.
Oh.
And then that little long range,
Wow.
those Zimmermans, so terrifying to engage.
Good job. Good job on Kelso. They managed to hit their execution immediately. That's what's really important. And they did their best to stay right underneath V, making it difficult for them to lock onto them and target them properly. Now V might be in a bad spot here because they're... Oh!
Woo! Dashes into the assault armor.
You might be in a bad spot here because they've chosen to take an engagement in a close quarters situation. And here, let's see if they can hit the combo.
A little too slow.
A little slow.
Runs in to try and get it
Goes
greedily.
for it anyway, yeah, a little
Takes
greedy.
a little bit of chew for their trouble.
This is going to be tough. They have to make sure they don't
Locked out.
overcommit. One more shot's going to do it.
Ooh.
There it is.
Ooh.
Brilliantly done by Kelso.
Absolutely. Taking it back. Looked so much like they were trying to climb a mountain with that first round.
Yeah.
But managing to show that they brought their tools. They were ready.
Yeah, clearly just needed to get adjusted, understand what they had to do to beat V's playstyle. And from there, it was piece of cake. Piece of cake. Welcome, Cotter. Happy to have you here. I'm gonna double check with the players here. V has the opportunity to change the map.
Would be interesting to see maybe V wanting to favor a more open map, but V is the one who selected this map. Maybe liking the opportunity to duck and cover in a bad situation with those shotguns, maybe hoping that line of sight would be able to buy them some ground.
Almost certainly. I think that's a huge part of it.
Oh boy. Ooh, coming in. Deciding game.
Has V made any adjustments to their loadout? I didn't check.
Didn't look like they went into the hangar for long at all. So yeah, no. Staying
Looks the
believing
same.
in this mid-range doctrine.
V immediately taking to the skies, opting for long range skirmish tactics, what they're comfortable with. Now Kelso has to be careful here to try not to approach while V is standing on top. Oh, but they managed to get it, and they're going to get hit by the assault. Oh, but they connected the pile bunker before the assault boost went off.
Horrifying exchange of damage.
Yeah, this is bad for V. The shotgun
Yeah.
shots are just going to take it.
Penrose is just not that much faster than Iron Rain. So really can't outpace those Zimmermans when you're that low. Really brutal situation to wind up in. Fraction of a second sooner, and that pile bunker gets stuffed out, but see what they do. Opting to stay in this open area, trying to use these longer lines of sight to manage the approach. Two combatants catch each other's eyes. Ooh, a missed pile bunker means some damage is coming in. Good movement away from all these shenanigans. Ooh, this time stops the pile bunker with that assault boost. Says, I know exactly what you want. Well, ACS lockout, but no punishment.
Also on the fence here. Oh, and V manages to take the round. Brilliantly done. Well played.
Well played indeed.
Right, match point for Kelso. For both players, in fact.
Also, meanwhile, struggling to get over small debris.
It's tricky. Be very cautious. All right. So Kelso's found V. V has not found Kelso.
Could be bad. He's with missiles pulling up. Splits.
The
Two
immediate
big shots
lockout.
into an ACS lockout.
But
It's a bit of a damage advantage.
excellent
but not
choice.
a lot.
Assault burst boosting away. Not wasting the burst. Just getting out of there. He's got to keep. He has to keep Kelso out.
And for that little pile bunker hit, doesn't connect. Ooh, stunned by that assault.
Well done,
burst.
well
Takes
done.
a big chunk of damage. Looks like the mountain might have something to say about you trying to climb. Ooh, be locked out. This could be it. Both players really low. And the missiles
Oh my gosh.
finish it off.
Kelso did not get to capitalize on that close range encounter when they traded kicks, and V managed to evade the shotgun blast and let the missiles take the win. Well
Hardcore.
done. That was brilliantly done. A great show of force by both players,
Indeed.
by both pilots. And V is going to stay on top.
Very much showing off that veteran status. Making a
Definitely.
very ready display of how comfortable they are in their frame and how ready they are to navigate these encounters. Making such good adjustments so quickly.
And next up, we'll have We again.
Mr. William Sports in the Margaritaville, which is what I'm assuming that frame is supposed to be called.
Wow, that's a pretty good name.
It is a pretty good name. It is a very green frame. He is ready. Penrose spooled up in the hangar.
To put. We not changing the map. Opting to stay with the wall sector. Which I think is a fair pick. We spoke earlier about how easy. Not easy, how fair this map is.
It's a very good map. A very
think-
great combination of open and enclosed spaces.
Yes.
Great cover to maneuver through, but it still has
Exactly.
these long sight lines for or mid-range to happen.
Exactly.
I'm curious to see when we saw Margaritaville before the show, it was rocking up with double Zimmermans. Curious to see what we're bringing now. Bringing a Zimmerman, Pulse Blade, some rocket launchers. It's like the pincer launcher and probably the default. And Penrose,
What's
tried
the
and
default
true.
blade? Oh. E knowing what they like, what they're good at, staying with it. Extremely light frame here. Looks like mostly
Noctrier,
Noctrair, yeah.
Alula's, an Arquebus reactor, very speedy frame, lot of boosts. This frame wants to get around quickly. Getting a
Couple hits
solid hit
connected.
in.
The issue with the missile choices that Wii has made is that they aren't going to be that effective at close range.
Indeed.
They're going to have a difficult time getting these pincer missiles to properly connect with the distances they want to play at for their guns. So this is going to be an interesting situation. Sword swipe connecting, but not staggering. Here we're at that missile
Getting
distance.
some good stagger buildup, but not able to punch it through.
There's the
the hit.
And a
Big
double
sword
sword blast.
slash. It's not over yet, though. Ooh.
And
Spoke
Wii
too
does
soon.
take it.
For the pincer missiles, I wonder if it's a consideration towards people wanting to keep this frame out. So while they might not be as effective at the preferred ranges, at the ranges that other people are trying to be at it might be more effective.
Definitely.
Not 100% sure, but that is a possibility.
Definitely. For instance,
The adopting meta
range
strategy,
that V
taking
wants.
the high ground.
Yeah, for instance, the range that V wants to play at, more likely than not, the pincer missiles will be connecting.
Indeed. Sword whiffs. Take some bullets for the trouble. Getting up, getting in. Going for it.
We having a really hard time. Or, I'm sorry, V having a really hard time keeping Wii out.
It's the thing about the Noctrier, it's such a speedy frame. Great mobility in all directions. Ooh, going in.
Big
It's
hits
a lot
here.
of pain. Such good assault armor, but the
But
missiles
Wii is able to take it.
So hard to retreat from those missiles.
And Wii goes up one game.
Wonder if we'll see a quick trip to the hangar. Maybe a small adjustment, maybe back to readying up immediately. So I'm still very comfortable doing what I'm doing. I know that it'll work.
Be knowing not to fall into the trap of constantly changing your frame and instead opting to adjust their playstyle instead.
Absolutely.
Some things are immutable. But your playstyle is not. Both players maintaining their build, maintaining the map choice. Now it's just we'll see what adjustments are going to be made.
Even without the assault boost, we making it to the center very quickly. Using these buildings, trying to to keep the line of sight compact and closed off. Not wanting to take these missiles early.
That's a good choice. Took a lot of damage from V previously for that reason. Can be difficult.
I think we just missed the Penrose. Caught it right on the corner, but now they see each other. Very
Huge
good
direct
range
hit.
from Margaritaville.
Huge direct hit from Margaritaville.
Pressing in. Scary. Ooh, rushes in, goes for the kick. Very aggressive out of the Penrose. Willing to joust with this really high impact shotgun.
Wow, that managed to hit.
Takes a big hit from the sword.
That's not good. Because it wasn't a direct hit, the damage is a little bit low. Is quite a bit lower. Multiplier's not there. The big hit.
Knew
Here.
that was coming in.
But
Barrage
the
of missiles.
attitude recovery on the Noctrair frame is so high that they're just able to get right back into the action.
Such a light frame, very good recovery. Takes those missiles on the chin though. That is damage that it can't afford to take. Not a lot of AP to spare. These shots just slow and steady coming in.
Oh,
But
big,
one more
big
good shot
lockout.
takes it.
That's tough.
So close. A battle of hairs. Once again, assault boosting up to this mid-ground building. Seeing Margaritaville coming along the streets, not really looking up. So many angles you have to cover visually when you're trying to make an approach in the city. That's a good first engagement. A lot of ACS build-up. Doesn't look like that advantage will be pressed just yet. Great air control, great camera control. Ooh, an aggressive assault burst gets the stagger. Manages to avoid the sword. But very close to lockout themselves. And a big shotgun hit and sword to the back evens this up. Slow and steady sure wins the race, but sometimes you can step on that turtle and snap him in two. Good evasion. Assault boosting out. Ooh. We takes it.
We does take it. And we takes it 2-0. But we will stay.
Penrose is sent back to the hangar. After showing they were a force to be reckoned with, sent back to the drawing board for a little while.
We're gonna take a break from testing here for a moment. We'll be back soon. Don't go too far.
Yeah. The originally scheduled broadcast. Turn after this.
For those of you just joining us, this is Crucible, simulated testing environment for Armored Core pilots throughout Rubicon. Stay tuned next, or in the near future, for another call signal, and you will receive a decryption key with the broadcast if you register. But for now, we will take a brief break and resume our testing afterward. Thank you, and stand by. Okay, you're clear.
Confused when
And we're live. Greetings, Ravens.
Hello, hello.
Next we have Meta and B. Waiting for a map pick from Meta.
Meta between test runs talking about it's something new, something fancy. We looking to not deviate too far from the good old Margaritaville.
They launched already.
Here we go.
Well, Meta wanted to change the map, but thought that readying would be a good option.
Unfortunate. Maybe for the next test run.
Well, if they win, they don't get to pick.
The logs, see what was chosen. My own curiosity. Really flat and open one. Watch the point. I see. Open map, not wanting any kind of cover. I wonder what the significance of that is. Instead, we come in Margaritaville. Interesting.
Okay, I have seen
Tank
this.
treads,
I've seen
double
this.
Kurosavs, and double soup launchers. This is going to be a display of nothing but firepower. Again, waiting patiently, saying, "Come to me. I don't feel like going to you, you zippy little nerd." This is coming out. Already taking good stagger.
This is
Big
huge
ATS.
for... Oh, the second sword hit misses. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, that lunge
Somewhat buggy.
on some boosters winds up being really short sometimes. Very unreliable.
Another stagger, but with meta directly above them, they can't do anything about it.
Hard to capitalize.
Nope. Unfortunately, the mech cannot swing the blade upward. A well-known weakness to the swords and melee weapons in general, except for perhaps Moonlight. Even Moonlight has a dead spot. Enormous amounts of plasma coming out. Wow, the assault boost on that really taking meta all the way across the map. Big lockout. Sword
Margarito
slash.
not wanting to stay away. Keeps up.
Yeah,
Such a mountain of meat to climb through, but gets through it.
just to take.
Said I brought my
First
butcher's
round.
outfit. Such a nimble frame.
And quite
Through.
consistent.
Big charge shots being held. Ooh, lets him go. And locked out, takes a good hit.
The Zimmerman
A lot of
stagger.
health to work with.
The Zimmerman stagger is doing so much work here.
Really keeping Margaritaville from eating the worst of these salvos. So many missiles to contend with, and these massive plasma guns. But not taking the big damage that a frame like this is able to put out.
Yeah. It looks like the plasma guns are maybe being a little bit underwhelming. Big lockout. Manages to get away. For the second sword slash.
Like, trying to charge, or are they overheated? I can't quite tell. Ooh, almost gets locked out by that sword swing. And the follow-up shotgun does lock out. But a big salvo does a lot of damage.
Wow, and just
Does
in the
it for
nick
the
of time.
sword, he takes it.
Yeah, well, nicely done.
That's the problem. Too many chances to make a mistake. Slip up once. Keeping in the air. Be wanting to leverage all those missiles. The salvo comes in. So lockout, but misses the sword. Missing again. Really struggling to keep at a range where that sword can be effective.
Yeah. I think
As
that
I say that,
I think that meta would prefer to play at a different distance, but just isn't able to make enough distance between themselves and meta and we to really capitalize on the weight the class difference between the two mechs.
absolutely.
And we is going to take this first game.
That's the tricky thing. When you have a frame that light, you get to choose where the fight happens.
Yeah. Ideally, you know.
Ideally. And then 2 Gatling guns sit in your face and say, sure, you can come closer. Or in a frame that's close in speed, but much more durable, and is willing to trade hits with you. That's when it can get a little dicey.
Oh, we lost somebody. Who'd we lose? We lost we.
Oh no. Lost signal to the testing environment, maybe. Let's see.
There they are. That was strange.
We're back.
Re-enable them.
Momentary lapse. Maybe their bunker somewhere on Rubicon got shelled for a minute.
Entirely possible. Any satellites allowing them to connect.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, I don't know where you're stationed. You don't know where I'm stationed. But do you get that same issue where when they fire the closure satellites, your internet blips out?
Oh yeah, the magnetic field totally screws with the signals, both in the cabling and in the wireless.
Mm.
Yeah, that space laser is a little bit too extreme. No,
I
there's
thought I'd
nothing we
spent
can do
enough
about
money
it.
on shielded cables, but apparently not.
I mean, when they're firing an entire ion cannon from the outer stratosphere, I don't think any cable shielding is going to protect you from the quantum effects or the electromagnetic
That bunker
effects.
salesman was so confident.
Yeah,
Interesting. Going back to this quad shotgun build, not
choosing to fight
liking
fire with fire.
not liking the deficit of speed, and I want to be up in your face too. Maybe I'll be able to be a little more reliable. Showing off that massive institute generator. Combatants meeting in the middle. Shotguns coming in. Not making the clean shots happen though. We're gonna go keeping a careful dance. Ooh, but staggered out.
Big stagger. And that's going to do it for meta. Yeah, when that stagger comes out, it just ends up being at the end of the line.
Mm-hmm. It's a big deficit to walk up when you're just that fragile. Ooh, big sword hit. It almost makes it, that trade favorable. It looks like it gets canceled out by the shotgun. Assault armor coming in. Keeps meta safe by finishing blow. Decisively firing back.
Yeah, seriously. And they are very comfortable in this build. We've seen it. I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure if we've seen it in this testing scenario, but they are quite capable with it.
Quite capable. Definitely has been seen numerous engagements before this. And indeed, even a relatively known quantity outside of their usage of a heavy shotgun focused assembly. Tying it up 1-1, if I remember correctly.
I think this is probably the
Great 086. I don't think I'm familiar with this engagement arena. I've done my share of Outer Shell 086, but I don't think I've ever done testing or any kind of engagement here.
Stand by, we have a new participant.
Mr. Sports taking some time to peruse his options in the hangar. Knows what fiendish technology he's cooking up.
Reading the addition of a new test participant.
And Wii Sports ready's up. And our new entrants get in time before Meta decides to hop in.
Set them to.
Aha ha ha ha. Going for the all-mine simulation run. There is... Oh gosh.
Still waiting.
RAD's grid. That's not
Okay,
08. That's not lower 08X,
We're
is
going to
it?
begin the next match until... Oops.
Very well. Let's see. Mr. Sports taking some time at the drawing board. Let's see. Let's change his strategy up a little bit. If he has the confidence to keep going with what he's doing. Let's see what it'll be. Choosing to go with the double Zimmermans of his own. Pulling up on missile launchers, keeping a little bit more mid-range. The close range aggression that Meta wants to bring with more shotguns.
Oh boy.
Gonna be an interesting fight. Be a brutal fight, for sure.
Oh, there's multiple platforms on this map. Okay. Ooh, huge instant lockout,
Ooh,
but
big
not
stagger
available to capitalize.
The shots, staying evasive, not letting Meta get that same big hit. Ooh, another big hit.
Wow.
Massive in the climb, takes it.
And with the ability to carry 2 Zimmerman instead of 1 Zimmerman and an alternative weapon, Wii is able to deal an exceptional amount of damage at once.
Absolutely. Much more calm and collected on their shots as well.
And Meta
Really taking the time to make sure they land.
Meta recognizing that the double Zimmerman is offering Wii an advantage here. Opts to do the same, but gets locked out again. Wii is doing an excellent job.
Gets a lockout of their own and does a huge chunk of damage. A lot of damage output potential on Meta's side. Close fight. Assault armor comes in.
Wow.
and shields the approach.
Wow.
At a quickly firing back, not willing to take that line down. Ooh, big
Double
lockout. Double lockout, indeed.
Meta being on the losing end of this encounter. We need to be
For the
careful.
armor.
We need to be very careful. Manages to evade the shotgun shots, evade the FCS, and we takes it. Brilliantly done.
Indeed. Taking that time, even though not able to put out quite the same volume of buckshot, using those moments to be a little more evasive, start straining the FCS of meta, and winning that fight on decisiveness.
And that is going to be we staying on top. Up next is fact. The order here. Oh, I missed you. You are up next.
Ah. Shall I be departing my commentary booth, or is it Mr.
Yes,
Undefeated
you
coming
will
up
be.
next?
You will be leaving.
I will return shortly, dear listeners. I have my second round of combat stimulants to take, and quite a bit of buckshot to dispense myself.
Please choose a map.
I'm gonna say Bonadea personally.
Or received.
Quite a fan of Bonadea. Who will be me and we? Let's see. All right.
Good luck.
At your leisure, Commander.
Actually, yeah. Is that yours? We now ties V for streak leader in wins at 2. Not a particularly high streak. Kelso is on deck for the next match versus the winner. So TK has had an opportunity to gain a lot of intelligence on Wii and Margaritaville. So we will have to see if they make an adaptation or if they simply do what they've been always doing. Big bursts coming out from both players, from both pilots. Moonlight dealing a ton of damage. TK opting to scoop out with Moonlight. Oh, but the Pulse Armor coming up. This is scary for TK. Trying to do the sword boosting, but unfortunately, they weren't able to take it. TK now had a significant advantage compared to last round. Keeping distance, but making sure. And the tracking on second hit of Moonlight is going to take it. And now this is a game point for both players. Players circling the crater, testing each other out. TK manages to find Wii first, connect the Zimmerman. Wii now connecting their Zimmerman. Quite the duel for both players. Oh, huge lockout. But a 0.32 second recovery on the knocked airframe is going to really make it so that that lockout isn't as important as it could be. And TK takes it with a well-timed Moonlight Blade and a Zimmerman shot. Turn to the lobby. We will be changing up the map. Opts for wall sector. And a Mischief is most likely AFK, stalled on the match finish screen, but that's all right. Wait a second. Why is undefeated Kyle? Why didn't it do that? Very strange. Little bug in the testing program. Swapped in players when it should not have. I'll have to iron that one out. I mean, now in the next test run. Both players are ready. Wii has a bit of a hill to climb here, but let's see if the map change to something they're more comfortable with benefits them. Yeah, running roughly the same build. Some adjustments have been made. And Margaritaville is more or less the same. They did swap out a pair of missiles. Huge lockout here. One sword hit connecting. Not a lot of damage. Wow. Yeah, the sword boost there doing a lot of work for TK and Saint of Kindness. Pulse armor coming out just to secure things. We need to be careful. We need to be very careful. One more hit's gonna do it. And that's gonna take the win for TK. Match point for TK. Let's see how we adapts. We choosing to go for sword shots without any sort of advantage, and this is going to do it. That whiff sword swipe really was a problem for we and lag the recovery, allowing them to take a significant amount of damage. And TK is going to take it, wrestle the crown from Wii Sports. And now we will see TK versus Kelso. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah. Let's see here. Please ensure participants that you wait for the requisite protocol to finish. Or starting. Also opting also for the wall sector. The map did change successfully this time. Like I'll have to figure out why there's an inconsistency in changing the map. Apologies if I have been neglecting the stream. No, the multiplayer, it works very well. Thank you for tuning in, XTav. Yacky Nuts, thank you for the follow. Having to manage the simulation and the broadcast and the commentary, so you'll forgive me if I am late on interacting with you, fellow Ravens. Oshin, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. We're jumping in now to, I have to update this, the overlay. We are jumping now into Kelso versus TK. Let's see if Kelso has a different strategy. They have a very similar build to Margaritaville. Fencer is quite similar, all things considered, except maybe with one more shotgun and a slightly different set of missiles, but looks like they might have the opportunity here. But this is a big win for TK. Lots of damage coming out. Lockout, but no way to capitalize on it. TK and lockout doesn't capitalize. And unfortunately, Kelso was late to the swap to the pile bunker, so the combo did not get to come out. There you are. An additional participant in this test run. And TK managing to best Kelso in game 1. Brilliantly done. Saint of Kindness is a formidable frame. The combination of the Moonlight blade with an additional blade and the shotgun Zimmerman is difficult to deal with at a lot of ranges. The addition of the missile lock of the missiles to deal continuous harassment, it can be hard to know where exactly to play. So well done by TK. They have another game against Kelso. Kelso has the opportunity to change both their mech, both their core and the map. Opting to go back to Bonadea Dunes. Yeah, we're waiting on TK, hoping that I'm not seeing an otherwise disallowed loadout change. In this iteration of the testing environment, the winner is not supposed to change their loadout between games. They may change their loadout between matches. The winner of any given game must maintain their loadout. Kelso will be going up 1 game due to a loadout change from TK. Meaning this is match game for both players. Ooh, double Zimmerman from both players coming out here. When in doubt, shotgun it out. Ooh, wow. Well done by TK, managing to get the nearly vertical sword slash. Now we get to see what is Kelso going to do here. Huge lockout with stagger. The pile bunker from Kelso is going to take out most of the pulse shield, which is an okay trade, but it's kind of a harsh pill to swallow, considering that having to fight for lockout is so hard. And TK is going to take this one as well. TK now up 2 matches. Double check the rotation here. Next up is going to be V. Oops. Betty now at streak leader, or matching the streak leader. Whoa. Oops. Okay. And next we will have... Next in the rotation is V. V is here and ready. V gets a map check. Map pick, rather. V opting for Watchpoint Delta. And give me one moment, I need to invite another participant. To waiting on a invitation be accepted by another combatant. And now we're ready for, oops, wait, that's not right. Not ready up here. Now we are just waiting for the match to commence. Curious to see if TK is going to change their strategy for V's mechs. V prefers to play a mid-range style, opting for kinetic weapons as opposed to kinetic rifles, as opposed to the shotguns that most players are preferring, and they managed to play fairly well with them. So we'll have to see if TK changes up their style or if they choose to bring the standard Saint of Kindness into the game. Now V is opting for the electricity pistol build, going for the critical damage on the maxed out electricity. And TK goes back to the Moonlight and Standard Blade, tried and true. Let's see what V does, how V can take care of this. Now Watchpoint Delta has very little cover, so there's not much that V can do to keep out slashes from the Moonlight, but it looks like it's going to be okay. Those sword slashes not doing that much damage without direct hit modifiers. TK taking a lot of damage from the electricity. Getting a little bit desperate, diving in with the sword. TK getting a huge stun, or V getting a huge stun out and dealing tons of damage to TK during the stagger window. First round goes to V. Now it's TK who has to respond. We can see already that these plasma or these electricity pistol shots are just doing a ton of work for V. Wow, the assault armor really making a difference here. TK getting a huge stagger, but V staying agile, not taking enough damage other than enough to even it out. And now we're in a critical point here. Oh wow. V narrowly dodges both slashes of the sword to close out the game for a win. Now V's up one game. Can they unseat TK? No competitor has made it past 2 games so far in the rotation. TK has the opportunity to change the map out. Let's see if they'll take it. Going back into it. Thank you to everybody who is watching tonight. I hope that this is the first of many test procedures. Currently building an extended network of pilot contacts to continually test and improve both their piloting skills and their frames for a variety of combat scenarios. We're going to run back into this. V has to maintain their previous frame. Going to see if TK has made any adjustments, but it looks like they've chosen to keep the frame that they had before and adjust their playstyle instead, which is an excellent choice, all things considered. V already making huge gains with the electricity blade. TK attempting to win out using some sword boost tech, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. They need to be conscientious of the assault boost. The stagger that they take from that leads to huge damage from V, since none of their weapons will be on cooldown. And V is going to take this round. Plasma missiles coming in at the last moment, deal an exceptional amount of damage. As we discussed before, those plasma missiles are very hard to dodge. You typically have to use 2 quick boosts to evade all 3 of the plasma explosions, assuming you're on the ground. The best strategy is to jump. Try to keep the explosion underneath you. Nice quick turn from TK, managing to get the Zimmerman hit, but unfortunately that's not going to do it. Oh, a little bit of bug in the simulation graphics. The sword staying out. TK opting for pulse armor, but it's not going to do a lot here. And TK's quite literally struggling to find purchase. Oh, but they do manage to find a sword hit that does the lockout and overwhelms V's ACS, so that the second hit can find them the win. Going to round 3. It's unclear to me or the system whether TK got lucky or they managed to take an early, or play that correctly. TK a little bit late on the sword boost. Fortunately losing their ability to go for long boost timings. The assault boost graphic not working properly. V scoring a lockout. Both players feeling a little bit extremely active. Perhaps a little bit overwhelmed from both sides. It's extremely scrappy. Oh, but TK needs to be careful. V is backing up, knowing they have the life lead, knowing they have the distance advantage. Trying to just wear TK down. And TK getting desperate. Goes for the sword swipe, but doesn't have the resources to make it all the way there. And V is going to take it, unseating TK as king of the hill. Who'd we just lose? Oh, we lost Wii Sports. Okay. My apologies, Ravens. I forgot to update the graphic. Next up is Kyle versus V. Kyle and the Ifrit. Hold on. Waiting on Kyle to pick the map. Kyle opting to maintain watchpoint Delta. Welcome back, TK. Well done. Good job on your wins.
No pride lost. An exceptional fight.
Certainly. That was well fought.
One day I'll catch up. One day I'll catch up to that old merc. Going into... I saw Kyle. Who else was joining us today? All right, of course. Penrose into, you said the Ifrit, correct?
Yes.
I see.
Kyle's on the Ifrit, a tank build with dual Zimmermans, and I don't even know what is on those shoulders.
Looks to be laser cannons. I can't quite identify them. I believe it's the diffused laser cannons, a sort of laser shotgun, shoulder mounted. A lot of close range firepower going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be scary.
Indeed.
Kyle taking a lot of
Staying
damage
relatively
here.
even.
But yeah, staying
Even as
relatively
the
even.
Ifrit's struggling to keep Penrose in its sights.
But the bleed effect on the electricity weapons is going to be a huge benefit to V during this.
Indeed.
This is going to be an extended firefight for the Ifrit.
With no shortage of help to work with. Trying to tag the assault armor.
Big
More
stagger.
nimble Penrose. Ooh, a big opening.
Wow.
And an enormous amount of damage comes through.
That's the entire idea. He needs to be very
Absolutely.
careful not to get staggered, not to get hit. Because if they do, it's just going to be an insane amount of burst damage coming out from the Ifrit and Kyle.
Charging in, looking to really capitalize on the difficulty of this mech to keep Penrose pinned. With just a few clean shots, it begins to look very dire very quickly.
But even with the stagger effect, Kyle's Ifrit doesn't take a lot of damage. So V has to focus on playing a war of attrition. Has to focus on wearing down Kyle. Has to be really concerned with not getting hit by those laser rifles.
A miracle in and of itself.
Yeah.
Massive spread of projectiles.
Wow.
Taking a round, firing back.
Well fought from both players.
Well fought indeed. Ooh,
Big stagger.
huge hit.
Lots of damage
and
coming
enormous
out.
damage out of the sky.
And the
Aggressive assault armor.
Wow, the assault armor doesn't even do a significant amount of ACS damage to the Ifrit.
Seem to catch on the edge. I don't know if they diminish the further you are from the center.
Ooh, huge laser shot, just grazing V, but dealing a significant amount of damage. And again, V just staying in Kyle's sights. It's not good. be doing everything they can to avoid getting hit by the laser cannons. Oh, but the last gunshot from the Zimmerman's going to do it. Well played by Kyle.
Absolutely.
Brilliantly done. First time we've had a tank on the stage in the simulation so far.
Am I not mistaken? I believe Meta brought the
Yes.
airborne tank.
The airborne
earlier.
tank, that's right, that's right.
This is the first time we've had the fully heavy tank treads, though. On some level, I expect to see someone bring out the
go
light.
straight back into the match.
But perhaps not yet.
He asking to change to the wall sector.
Perhaps feeling that they need a little bit more space to keep those tanks at bay.
Or just cover.
Indeed.
See how V changes their playstyle. Let's see how V changes their playstyle to accommodate the map change.
I'm really looking to play a
they've
little
noticed-
bit more around the outskirts.
They've noticed that they see Kyle, but Kyle doesn't see them.
Could be a big
Opting to get the
opportunity.
drop on them.
Missiles come
but-
out, collide with the building. I might give away their position, though.
It absolutely has. Oh, they've lost track of Kyle. Kyle has not lost track of them.
Exchanging fire in this mid-range, comfortably leveraging these missiles to stay away. They're not too upset about these longer range shots.
Yeah, V doing everything they can to just stay out of the sight lines of Ifrit's massive firepower.
Such a bulldozer. If it can get onto you, you're gonna get rolled over.
And so far it's
And
working. It doesn't seem like Ifrit can effectively lock on to where V is.
Absolutely.
Ifrit looking a little bit turned around, if anything. Just not able to get a handle on where V is coming at them from. V seems to recognize that and is just assaulting. Oh, but they need to be careful here. Wow.
Oh, but canceling the ACS dagger with a very good assault armor to finish the job.
Wow.
Opting once again to go around the outskirts.
And Kyle is
Like
just...
they would have crossed sight lines, might have been seen, but quickly lost perhaps.
Kyle sitting still.
Taking his time sitting way in the backfield. It pays off. It's a good engagement, but runs out of battery, unable to get close enough quite yet. Now the jig is up. Like you said, leveraging this cover, or just peppering away with missiles.
V is doing an excellent job of playing with the map, exploiting the weaknesses of the tank frame.
Absolutely. Ducking in and out of line of sight, just using these lock-ins to lay down a hail of fire from around corners.
You know, the tank shined in open combat, in coverless combat, but here it seems to really be struggling.
Going aggressive, sensing a moment of weakness.
Ooh.
Hurting at the assault armor, or to
Wow.
face out. Ooh, but a big shotgun shot.
I think almost every one of the bullets from the shotgun collided, if not all of them.
No shortage of hurt put down very quickly into the Penrose's frame. Stable and solid, but not that solid.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like these two aiming to... No? Penrose taking a position up top. Will spots the Ifrit, or does not. Perhaps in the corner of their vision. There, now we see missiles come. Allied once more with the building.
Yeah, the building doing a huge service to Ifrit there.
Giving the Penrose some cover or to stay away from those guns, but also giving the Ifrit some ability to
Oh my
not
goodness.
be worn down by the missiles.
An excellent direct hit with the pulse cannons, or with the plasma or the laser cannons, but not able to capitalize really.
Again, these missiles, raindrops falling on the Ifrit, eventually may wear down that stone.
Water on fire. Now we've got to see here.
Making in, really getting back into that rhythm, capitalizing on the inability of the Ifrit to track this incredibly fast frame.
But this is a scary situation. V is almost at lockout.
It's that lockout, and one misstep is death.
There it is.
Oh no, there's the lockout, no
But
capitalization.
no punish. And now V has to be careful. V has to be really careful here. They can't get greedy.
Battle of hairs. Both frames looking to fall apart. But the Ifrit falls first.
Ifrit falls first. And that's going to tie it up.
Clever win.
That's going to tie it up. Now Kyle has a chance to respond.
See if they will return back to that watch point that gave them a good deal of open space to work with and kept Penrose from being able to hide from that barrage.
Mm-hmm. But I also think that V now has a better understanding of how the Ifrit works. I think that's going to work in their favor.
That quick map change gave them enough time to get accustomed, get adjusted, use that experience to really start understanding the little adjustments to make to bring the percentage points more in their favor.
Mm-hmm. And Kyle is going to stay with this map. Both players are able to ready at will.
And they ready up. Best of luck to the both of them. Let's see what this deciding game has to say.
He has already been in this position before. I'm curious to see how Kyle navigates this potentially pressure-laden situation.
Remaining with those stun guns. Not returning to the tried and true. Or no, shows how well my memory serves. Was penalized not a moment ago for switching on a whim. Taking their rollout slower this time is the Penrose. Kyle once again maintaining this very back positioning. Really wanting to let the Penrose come in,
Penrose
then
is
make his
searching.
move.
Oh, and
It's
they
it's
found
close.
him. But
Unable to make those shots connect.
yeah, V heard the Ifrit behind them, and managed to.
Several thousand kilo laser cannons charging up.
Yeah, exactly.
Little hard to miss.
A little bit.
Was playing ahead. A lot of accumulated stagger. When it starts stabilizing, that ACS slowly attempting to accumulate, but it just builds back up with another barrage of missiles. Looks like the Penrose is gonna slowly walk this one home.
Yeah, just keep distance, let missiles refresh.
Not wanting to risk those big moments of taking 4 shotguns to the face.
There's no reason to.
Absolutely not. Careful, confident, risk averse. A clever merc.
V definitely keeps it close to the chest. Doesn't go for anything showy.
And they wind up close. And unable to make the big shots land is the Ifrit.
And
Ooh, big stagger.
wow.
Could have been
And
huge.
unfortunately, the generator from the Ifrit is just not able to stay in the air for long enough to contest V at the top of the building.
Absolutely. Almost no generator on the market to propel tank treads that far.
And V with an
Taking
onslaught
these
here.
hits. Much more aggressive this time and is taking the straight hits for it.
Ifrit is totally turned around, trying to get away, but isn't able to.
Ooh, a big hit.
Pulse armor coming out, but not dealing at really as much ACS as it ever would do against a lightweight or medium weight frame. Not offering the stun that V is looking for, and V manages to take it just in the nick of time. Unbelievable. Well
We
done.
talked earlier about those plasma missiles, so hard to dodge.
Well done.
Perhaps nigh on impossible for a frame that large. Rain falling on the Ifrit, caught without an umbrella. The Ifrit retreating for repairs.
Oh, the
Understandably so.
Disman is able to join. Please stand by to update the title cards. here we go. Late joining participants is now going to have the opportunity to play. It's good. Always happy to have more test combatants.
Absolutely.
Nothing wrong with a little bit more data.
Excited to see what this new combatant has to offer.
Wait and see. Alright, back at it with the electricity pistols for V.
See,
And it
a
looks like
laser pistol, a songbird, a pulse blade.
On the spring chicken. Not necessarily taking full advantage of the weight capacity or load capacity that spring chicken has.
Perhaps not. Perhaps investing in a heavier generator.
Maybe. He's searching.
Seeming to be a little lighter, but going to be very durable for it. Exchanging missile shots. And this fight comfortably in the mid-range, not wanting to really engage, it seems.
Both pilots sort of feeling each other out, trying to find each other's weak spots, trying to understand the game plan that each other are going for. V sailing right at the Dawn Strider.
Dawn Strider, I believe, last seen call sign Kozumet. Seeming like V and the Penrose starting off a little bit patient, but now willing to press in much more. And
Yeah,
then
be much
finishing
more
things
aggressive,
off
really
with a barrage of
capitalizing.
missiles.
Really capitalizing there on the whiffed sword slashes coming out of the Dawn Strider.
Taking a moment to consider the situation. Taking the high ground. Not wanting to be ambushed.
Both participants have found each other. Same sort of situation as last time.
Maintaining this very comfortable further range.
Now, Cosmic getting
More than
impatient.
willing to leverage these missile racks.
Cosmic getting a little bit impatient. Opting to dive, but not getting anything for it. Now playing for space.
And all that, though, not a lot of fire exchanged. Little bit it worn away onto the Dawn Strider.
V seeming to recognize that Cosmic is attempting to run.
Holding that assault armor and really scaring him away. Saying back
Yeah.
up, and he did. He listened.
Good avoidance, though. It's better to just not get hit by it.
Absolutely. Taking a swing of his own that doesn't seem to land comfortably.
Refraining from using the songbirds as well.
Very difficult weapon to land at range. The projectile speedy, but not quite speedy enough to hit a target over a couple hundred meters. Perhaps aiming to get a good lockout and then leverage the Songbirds, but seeming to struggle to find that lockout.
Yeah.
As the Dawn Strider goes down.
And V is taking the win again. But we lost.
Because not looking to withdraw, it seems.
Their invite is still open. Seemingly, seems like this might be a bug on the testing environment. This seems to be happening regularly.
We'll stand by for further information. Cosmet's still appearing to be connected to the network, just not our network.
Waiting for a status update here. Apologies for the delay. Jeez, I need more screens.
Unfortunate. Like a system crash on Cosmet's end, but deciding to withdraw.
We will be moving on to V versus Chain Grab. The Grave Robber. Oops, wrong team.
Surely not a frame I am happy to hear the name of, but definitely one I'm intrigued to see.
Waiting on map choice. Alrighty. Stand by.
Stand Standing by.
Some delay in the communications.
Perhaps hasn't switched off his crypto mining rig.
Both of our players are now ready. Potentially. At least we have the map picked.
We'll be traveling to Watch Point Delta. Very open. Wanting to play a fundamental game of range than one of cover.
Just going for duels. Or classic duel meta. V not changing their build. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What they say.
He's showing very, very solid output.
I hear they used to say that back on Earth.
My word. Little setup I've been experimenting with myself. Many missiles on the side of chain grab.
With the pistol as well. Both the pistol. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching the wrong person. Yeah, lots of missiles on the side of chain grab.
No desire to do anything near anyone.
Now the downside with this build is that it doesn't benefit from a stagger.
It does not. And it is hard for it to keep people off of it. But that HDS strain building up pretty quick.
That's true. So now
You can dodge some missiles, but you can't dodge all of them.
now V does get staggered. It's going to take direct hits from these missiles. But the recovery time was quite fast.
Expert dodging to stay alive this long.
About equal for both players here. Chain grab with a
Always
slight
scary in
life
an
lead.
environment like this. So rich with missiles.
It's giving me flashbacks. I can't quite figure out why.
An old campaign, an old tour.
Something
and
like
V
that.
begins to make it in. And Rose really going to shine over the Grave Robber.
Keeping up with the
But
assault
unable
boost.
to make that much distance.
Ooh, and the bleed finally stacks up and manages to just chunk chain grab out.
Steady hand, a steady head, and capable thrusters as the Penrose. Coming back, a big barrage of their own, putting a huge amount of strain on the frame of chain grab. It's a big window to be close. Taking a lot of strain of their own.
Big direct hit.
Staggers, Penrose tries to make distance, but an assault boost in.
Big direct hit.
Direct hit. Dances out of the assault armor, sees the retreating grave robber.
Chain grab on the ropes. And manages to find it. Excellently done by V. Proving indomitable. Their build is certainly consistent, certainly hard to beat.
Absolutely. Very capable at close and mid range.
Mm-hmm.
Very much favoring that stable, reliable doctrine.
Chain grab making some adjustments to their loadout. Understandably, it looked like they had some difficulty keeping V away from them.
Really, perhaps looking for a little bit more capacity to fight in that close to mid range. Barrages and missiles like that, very adept fighting at further ranges, but when you're unable to keep your opponent out like that, that range is not quite so powerful.
No. That is the drawback of missiles, is that their damage takes a long time to come out, and that at certain distances they become very ineffective.
Agreed. You can put out a lot of them to make them marginally more effective, but
Yeah.
very, very inefficient. And that's one of the pillars of what we've seen with Penrose's success, is leveraging those missiles not on their own, but to augment and play off of the exceptional firepower of these stun guns.
Just constantly harass their opponent using the missiles.
I see. Moving to a different loadout, wanting those siege missiles a lot harder to dodge.
This will be fun. Opting to continue with the missile barrage loadout.
Perhaps going with a different generator as well. I might be mistaken though. Or no, those are machine guns.
Yeah, they're machine guns.
I see.
An improvement over the Ludlows. Superior capacity.
Ludlow.
And opting for just the plasma missiles. It looks like their plasma missiles are struggling to connect.
They are tough to dodge, but a veteran pilot like EV more than capable of showing how well they can dodge.
Seems like maybe the AP advantage is rearing its head here as V takes the life lead, a considerable life lead.
Going high on ACS strain though, but unable to turn that strain into a lead.
Yeah.
As eventually Grave Robber worn down with a hail of electrified bullets. Oh no! Penrose gets the drop. Grave Robber caught looking. Ooh, goes in for the kick and connects.
Wow.
This huge extended firefight. Massive lead both in stagger and damage.
And V is going to take
Penrose
it.
finishes it off. Well done. Well done. A good heads-up adaptation from chain grabbing the Grave Robber, but not enough to push through. All right. spool up. We'll have the last fight of the night, Administrator.
Indeed.
Indeed. I'll go get Saint of Kindness spooled up. As always, it is a pleasure.
Good luck on your
Catch
match.
you on the other side.
And thank you for your participation. I will have to take a brief repose from commentating the match, but enjoy nonetheless. Thank you for your patience, Ravens. TK is putting on quite a good showing here. Able to stave off the relentless assault of the Penrose using All Saints, or Saint of Kindness rather. Huge stagger opportunity, but doesn't manage to hit the second sword swipes. Wow, and TK managing to find a very fast set of staggers into a KO and taking game one. Well done. V now has the map choice. Opting for Bonadea. And I'm curious to see how V is going to change the playstyle to match the map change. Bonadea is not a map with lots of cover. That's what they're opting for. There is the center crater that offers a significant amount of cover, but beyond that, there's not much there. Really just the verticality of the slopes. And V has opted to keep their build relatively consistent throughout from match to match and game to game. They're not the kind of player that changes their loadout, gets caught in that trap. Instead, they choose to change their playstyle and make adjustments based on how they approach the situation, which is wise. Now we'll see what happens. See how V adapts. Going straight for the center crater. TK takes verticality immediately, but V has already built up a significant amount of stun with the electric pistols. Likewise, TK with the Zimmerman doing an exceptional amount of ACS stagger, or build up. Lots of strain coming out. V about to hit stagger. Stagger now broken with the Moonlight, and two exceptional blade bursts coming out. Both players canceling the stagger with their respective armor mod. And this is approximately an equal game. Harassment from the... Oh, and the sword. V has to come down, and TK was waiting for them to. Ready with the close range weaponry that they have in their hands. And now V says, okay, I have to take a less direct approach. But TK's already seen them. Hard to avoid being seen on this map. You have to be very careful being this close to a frame like this. TK likes this map a lot. I think their build suits it. And now, so now V just has to keep them at bay. Not able to. And this is going to do it for TK. They're going to be the winner. And V going all the way around the world with the current player pool, but being unseated by TK at the top of the rotation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be our final test for the evening for this entire simulation. Thank you all for watching, for participating if you did. I appreciate all of you who came out and showed us some support. This was the first iteration of the testing environment, Crucible. And I hope to see you all at the next one. If you're wondering what the requisite channels are for reception of a Crucible call signal, you may find them in the Rocket About Nothing Discord, as well as in the near future, the Armored Core 6 via the Rubicon community Discord. We will be posting our next call signal in those channels as well as other private channels. So be on the lookout for the next signal. And when the signal goes out, you will receive both the sortie location and the date and time. Thank you all for watching. We will catch you next time, and I hope to see you there. This concludes the testing simulation for Crucible Type Alpha.
Thank you.